Welcome to our show, Never Trust a Fart. We are broadcasting on Twitch to begin with, and I take it, I add some music, edit it up, put it on YouTube on every Wednesday, so this will show up on Wednesday. If you would like to be a guest on here, let us know. We will invite you to our Zoom meeting, which is what we're using the format here. That's what this is, Zoom, streamed over to Twitch and then recorded for YouTube. I did college radio at Ohlone, Tinkertoy Tech, high school on the hill. This place actually had on the curriculum underwater basket weaving and remedial nose picking. We did have an Olympic-sized pool, so that's where the basket weaving was first suggested.
It was there that I first learned about underwater hockey.
I never heard of that.
The coach, Gene Kendall, and I think it was Mike Cowan was one of the swimming coaches out there. They actually either formed or supported an underwater hockey team where the guys would go around on the top, snorkels and masks, and they dive down and scoot a really heavy puck toward the other guy's
They must have played
goal.
on one end because, Olympic size, so it's 50,
Yeah, it was with a slope on it.
Yeah, because it was 25 or 50 meter wide.
Yeah, it was a pretty good sized pool. But they would only stay on one
meters.
side, because if you went over toward the slope, that thing would just shoot out like a rock, and that's a 15-foot depth. It was 15 to 25-foot depth. I forgot what it was.
Yeah, I think it was 20.
I never thought there was such a thing as underwater hockey.
Yeah, because they had Olympic-sized diving boards on there too.
And I remember taking my scuba tanks in there, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, every year the high school swim teams would meet there for the year-end, meet.
Yep.
I was on the swim team all 4 years that I went to high school. And usually it was the backstroke, and I did some 50 free. On our last year, we had the kid that was supposed to do the 500. My very last meet, my high school, my swimming career, he decided he wasn't going to race the 500 because the guy he wanted to compete against wasn't swimming. So it's like I'm thinking the team is going to lose points. And he goes, I don't care. It's just not worth my time. Well, hell, I'll do it. Everybody else wants to do the 50 free. Open up that slot for somebody else, and I'll do it.
I used to love the 50 free.
Huh?
I used to love the 50 free. That was mine. What was your time?
Oh, I don't remember, but we had this one guy, Chad. He kicked my butt all the time, but he was it. He was the star 50 free, hands down. I was pretty much second best until he graduated. Then I kind of moved up there, but.
There you go. For graduations.
I was the backstroker. Anyways, I get into this 500 just to get the points. That's all I was going to do. I thought they're going to leave me in the dust. And sure enough, I get in there and I'm just doing my thing, I'm looking to the side. Nobody around me. I'm thinking, oh my God, they're going to be out having coffee, waiting for me to finish. So I'm just swimming along and get to the end. I look up, expecting to see everybody out of the pool. Nobody was there. I thought, oh crap. And I glanced behind me. I came in first. They were all half a length behind me.
Jeez, not bad.
I thought, I missed my calling.
Well, my whole swimming career was simply because the Naval Academy told me I had to get a letter. So I didn't. If I was in football, I'd have been a tackling dummy. And I hated basketball. Baseball, they throw fast things at you, and I didn't like that. Swimming, the only thing that could kill me would be me.
Exactly.
So I decided to go to swimming.
I went off for a football team, I think once. I think it was my junior or senior year. And since I never had any history of football or baseball, I did not know anything. It took me 3 days to figure out that this is not the time to learn. So I was on the wrestling team. My best friend was on the wrestling team. So, figured, what the hell? They're having fun. I'll do it too. The season I had a perfect season. I lost every match. I got pinned every time except once. I lost by points to a deaf guy.
At least I couldn't hear you scream.
Yeah, that's it. That's why he kept going until, I think I met him twice, and he pinned me once, and I lost by points the second time. My coach wanted to fill in the 167 weight class, and me being always a big guy, I had to lose weight. I went in there anorexic. I mean, glucose down, just like no wonder I got pinned.
couldn't handle anything where I have to lose weight. If you give me somewhere I can gain weight, I got it made. But
yeah,
you're talking about a deaf. You were talking about your counterpart being deaf.
Yeah.
That was because of that. Ohlone College actually dated a deaf girl one time, and I think it was one of the best experiences of my life. In the fact that her name was Elizabeth, a little blonde girl. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you remember her or not.
No.
But it gave me so much empathy to the deaf culture, because the only time I ever dealt with it before that was the lady that lived down the street that always used to yell for her daughters to come back in. And it wasn't a very nice family, and I think the kids made fun of the woman because of the way she'd yell. And I learned that. And being able to date somebody like that and understand what she was going through gave me a lot of empathy.
Which is funny because I was in that boat. Because my mom's deaf.
Right.
Or she's legally deaf. She has hearing aids. But when I was growing up, we'd be across the street and we hear this, and everybody's. Things stopped. We'd be playing frisbee. We'd be playing tag. People stopped in their tracks and looked to see what the hell was that. And it was my mom laughing because she didn't know she was that loud. Yeah, that's my mom.
Oh yeah, love your mom. But no, I think it was one of the best things I could have done is do that. I remember going home one night and renting a VHS tape on American Sign Language and learning how to be able to do the alphabet so I can communicate with her.
I took sign language in high school. I can fingerspell pretty well. I have a hard time. If somebody was to sit there and spell words out for me, I would have a hard time because my mind's working fast. If they were to spell it out and I'd have to retain those letters and then put it together, it would slow me down.
Yeah. If you're going to sing finger sign to me, please slow.
Yeah.
Break between words.
I almost have to write them down just, if you got a big word, I might have to write it down just to keep up.
Yeah. Well, it's like me. I learned a little bit of Spanish growing up. I went through school in Spanish and all that. So I've got a working knowledge of Spanish. I can't speak it right now, but I can hear it. I can understand it. And give me a couple of days, I'll get back into it. Uh-huh. But I remember trying to speak Spanish outside of Cuba, or outside of Miami, which is Little Cuba. Uh-huh. And holy mackerel, that's not Spanish.
Oh,
nope.
No, that's
they speak shotgun, and that stuff comes at you a mile a minute. And I kept on having to say, please slow down. I'm a gabacho. I don't know this stuff. And slow down. And then when we were working together, I don't know if you remember, my significant other had her major as Russian.
Yeah, I remember you speaking some Russian.
She learned how to speak Russian. So I bought one of the little book on tape of Russian. So I learned that one. And we had a colleague that worked down the line that was from Russia. Mm-hmm. He was a sausage maker, if you remember him.
No, I don't remember.
Over in the next trim group. Forgot his name. Anton or something like that. He would teach me his Russian, which is Georgian Russian, and I learned Moscow Russian, which is a better Russian. Yeah. And I remember when she came back home, I'm trying to speak Russian to her, and she couldn't understand what I was saying because I kept on garbling the words.
And different dialect.
Yeah, if you're from Georgia, you understood me. So I ruined everything I learned. And then I was also learning Japanese when I was out there. So I could talk to the guys out there in Japanese, but every so often it would come out in Russian. Then when I get really flustered, it started coming out in Spanish. So I just had to stop and just go purely white guy from that point on. Just you speak to me. It's your job. You're here. I'm not there.
Yeah, because Gumi was ran by Toyota at first. It used to be, remember, I don't know if you were there. We hired him yet. But
89, January of 89.
Oh, yeah, then you do. Right before I hired him in 88, they used to have this exercise thing where they'd have
piano music.
No, it was worse. They had a guy, and they'd have to go into the different exercises. And by the time I got there, everybody forgot what the exercise. There's a few handful of people that knew the program, but the soundtrack would still play over the speakers 5 minutes before we start a line.
Yeah, I remember hearing that once. I thought for sure that they had hit Pearl Harbor again.
And then they changed it with Madonna.
No. Okay, that guy doing the holy stuff, he also had a piano doing something in the background. You're hearing piano music along with it. Then Madonna came on.
Yes, there was piano music. Yeah, and then Madonna...
I don't know. I couldn't stand Madonna back then.
I didn't mind her. Yeah, but... yeah, she a party girl or something like that,
Yeah.
Material Girl, I think.
I think it was Material Girl. But no, I remember that piano music my first day out there thinking, am I supposed to do something? And everybody out there saying, no, just sit down like we're doing.
Yep, sit down. That we used to. And when I first hired in, it's like you'd have the spatter. Yeah, you did. And they had the posters on the walls. And then after about a year or two, those disappeared. And Madonna came on, and that was there for a good decade without anybody doing it.
I took another job after they closed, and the guy says, "You're military, right?" "Oh, yeah." He goes, "Okay, well, we do exercises beforehand. I want you to take care of exercises and make these people work." Okay. So I came out there, drop and gave me 20. People were looking at me, huh? Okay, 8 cow jumping jacks, go. Huh? Burpees, huh? Leg lift. They want to do stretches and finger stretches and stuff like that. Okay. You didn't tell me what you wanted me to do. I was going to put you down for a good morning smoke.
What's your objective?
Yeah, I think all their objective was not to have any OSHA recordable injuries.
Exactly, so. Which was not a bad idea, the stretching. But don't tell them you're going to do an exercise program and all you want is stretching.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
There's been a lot of places that incorporated the stretching into their morning routines. And it was good because it got people together. It created a team, gave you chances to kind of laugh with one another before the day started. And that is the most... I used the word cathartic earlier, but that's a very cathartic way of doing it. It was good for your soul. It gets you going.
Yeah, get your blood moving.
And the whole idea of having to get out there and do your major calisthenics in the morning, I'm not in for that.
Sorry. I can't tell you how many times I pulled a muscle there.
I remember Friday nights would come and I'd just sit home in a hot tub and just soak. So anyway, I think we're pushing our time.
Yeah, go over some old stories because this is stuff that I know on Facebook when they ask you, write a book, it's these anecdotes that they're after.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I wish I'd written down those anecdotes from way back when. So.
Me too. I was going through them for a while there, and it was just trying to get them. Too much putting in chronological order.
That would be the thing. If I'd have known then, obviously, what I know now, it would have been a different thing.
Yeah.
And I probably would have had a better phone battery for the time I locked that guy into his parking spot. So.
I got that picture.
I love that day. We got it. No, we shouldn't talk about that one because that shows what kind of an asshole I am. So.
No, we should talk about it, but on a different episode.
Those people that joined us, are they still around?
If you're watching us on Twitch, please say something in the chat so I know you're there. Try monitoring some of the Twitch streamers, see if we can help some zero viewer people get some new views. I don't know, it might be radical left, might be radical right. I don't think we're afraid of that, are we?
I'm not afraid of it, but I'll shut somebody down.
What's that?
I might shut somebody down, but I'm not afraid of it.
Yeah, exactly. And all views are definitely going to be welcome. Because when you start censoring, that's when you really are. That's when
CNN takes a note.
Yeah, thank you.
CNN.
Yeah,
but no, I'm not going to censor. But if they come on and they're rude or they're personally trying to antagonize you or I, then we'll shut them down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not going to go on with abuse.
No, I'm not talking about abuse. I'm talking about just different views.
If you believe that all chicken fairies should be able to have unrestricted eggs, yeah, go ahead. I'm totally up for that. That's your view. You defend it, and we're okay. And I'll tell you why I think it's wrong. But if I think that I'm not going to talk to two old guys because all you do is talk about how much you love each other or something like that and all your old times, then I'll shut the guy down. Because I don't want to have to deal with anybody not respecting you or I.
Yeah, exactly.
But, I'm okay with that. Let's play it like a regular radio guy would do it. Yeah, I'll listen to you until you're a dick.
Yeah, if you make it personal, then it'd be some different story.
Yeah.
So. All right, partner.
Okay, amigo. So give me a yell later on, and I'll talk at you.
All right, sounds good. Probably hit you up later this week or early next week. Like I said, I got 7 days off, so we might be able to get a few more. Yeah, well, we got 3 out of this one probably.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. If we can get enough of these put in our queue, that'd be good for us.
Exactly. So when I hit the weeks where right now I'm robbing some sleep, so it would have been nice to have one in the queue. Thanks for joining us with Never Trust a Fart. If you want to support us, please go on to Patreon. You can see it on the graphic right there on how to get to it. If we call in on Zoom, thank you Zoom. Record it on Twitch, then I go ahead and take that recording, edit it, and we place it on YouTube every Wednesday. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you can subscribe, That would definitely help us out. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.
Peace.